Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn how to draft a palazzo trouser. So dive in right with me. So we are going to get started by knowing how to measure from our waistline to our hip line. We need to get that waist to hip measurement. We'll mark that on our paper, and then we'll get the waist to crotch measurement. You can get this by sitting on a chair and placing your tape rule from your waist to where your butt is on the chair. Your waist to hip and your waist to crotch measurements are super important when drafting any trouser pattern. And so once you have that, I'm trying to get a straight line now. So the upper one is the hip measurement and the lower one is the crotch measurement. So once you have that, you can then proceed to get your hip measurements, and that will be your hip measurement divided by 4 plus your sewing allowance. It's super important to include your sewing allowance, and you can equally replicate that as well, the exact hip measurement on your crotch line, so you get out a straight line. This is similar to how we draft our armhole, and I'm going to explain further. Once you get your straight line, you then take out your tape rule to measure out on the crotch line extra about 2 inches. For some people they like 2.5, so I think you should go with about 2.5 inches, and then curve and then make a curve which I referred to earlier as similar to the armhole curve. Thereafter we then proceed to our waistline. So on the waistline, you place your tape rule on it and you try to get your waist measurement divided by 4. Now on the waistline, if you want to, you can decide to not get a dart, but if you want to get a dart, from where the straight line comes from, you would mark out your nipple to nipple measurements, which is what you use to get your dart on your upper body. It's equally what you use to get your dart on your lower body. And so you take out about 0.5 inches from that dart line and then curve it in and drag it down to about 4-5 inches. Then do not forget to include your sewing allowance with your dart allowance on the waistline. If you want a side zipper, I've made a video about that previously. But once you are taking out your waist measurement divided by 4, include your sewing allowances and your dart allowances. And so once you've gotten that, you place out the measurements at the other edge and then get a ruler and slant it and connect the dot from the waist to the hip. It's super important that you bend it forward before we then proceed to getting our thigh measurements. Now once you've done that, to get your thigh measurement, you place your tape rule around your lap and you divide whatever measurement you get into 2. Now, because we are going for a palazzo, or some refer to it as straight or wide leg pants, then you can then include based on how wide you want it to be. Some people want 1 inches wide, some people don't mind half inch or as much as 2 inches, depending on how wide you want it to be. Then you add some inches for ease and to get the palazzo style. So understand that whatever measurement you're getting on your thigh, you are going to make a straight line from the beginning of it to the end. Because it's a palazzo, you're not going to reduce it on your knee or reduce it at the bottom length. So whatever you measure at the thigh is what is going to go down to the full length of the trousers. And so you make a connection between your crotch line into the thigh line and you draw a straight line. That is how to get your palazzo. So because I am using a short paper, I will then go ahead to draw a straight line also on another paper, just to give us an idea of what I'm saying. So once we've been able to connect the crotch into the thigh, from there we would have a straight line from the thigh into the complete full length that we are drawing. So this is exactly what I'm saying. That's how to get a palazzo pants. If you are working with a regular trouser style, you would get your waist to knee measurement and place your knee measurement there divided by 2 plus sewing allowances, and then you will be able to curve it in. But with a palazzo pant, it is the same measurement on your thigh that is going to be on your knee, that is going to be on your ankle. Hope I've made it clear. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.